Have you ever spoken to someone and felt like your words were bouncing off a wall? Maybe they looked at their phone, changed the topic, or just nodded without really caring. In that moment, you wonder, is it me? Am I boring? Do my words not matter? Here's the truth. It's not your voice, and it's not the story you're telling. In fact, you could have the most powerful message in the world, and people still won't listen if you make this one silent mistake. The scary part? Almost everyone does it, and they don't even notice. Think about it. You try to share your thoughts, but before you can even finish, the other person's eyes start drifting. You give advice, but no one takes it seriously. You try to connect, but somehow, you always end up feeling ignored. Why does this keep happening? There's one hidden habit that instantly shuts people's ears, no matter how good your point is. And until you spot it, you'll keep wondering why nobody wants to hear you. So what is this habit, and are you doing it without even knowing? Let's find out. Picture this, you're in a group of friends, and you finally get the chance to share something exciting. You start talking, but halfway through, someone interrupts, and suddenly the whole group is laughing at another story. Your words are gone, floating in the air, forgotten. Or maybe you're at work. You have an idea that could really help, so you speak up in a meeting. People nod politely, but then someone else repeats almost the same idea, and suddenly everyone pays attention. You sit there thinking, why didn't they hear me? Even at home, it happens. You try to explain how you feel, but the other person just says, yeah, I know, and changes the subject. You're left wondering why no one seems to really listen when you talk. And here's the painful truth. It's not that people don't care about you. It's not that your stories aren't important. It's something else, something small, almost invisible, that slips into the way you communicate. This tiny mistake makes people's minds shut down the moment you open your mouth. And once you notice it, you'll realize why conversations keep slipping out of your hands. So, what is this hidden habit that makes people tune out the moment you start talking? It's this: you focus more on speaking than on listening. Think about it. Most of the time, when someone else is talking, are you truly listening, or are you just waiting for your turn to speak? Maybe you cut in with your own story. Maybe you interrupt with advice before they even finish. Or maybe, without realizing it, you shift the spotlight back to yourself. Here's the thing: people don't just want to talk, they want to feel heard. When you interrupt or rush to add your own thoughts, you send a silent signal, my words are more important than yours. And when people sense that, they stop listening. Imagine someone telling you about their tough day, and you instantly jump in with, oh, that happened to me too. Let me tell you, you didn't mean to shut them down, but you did. You stole the space that belonged to them. That's why your words often fall flat, not because they lack power, but because you haven't given others the gift of being heard first. Here's where it gets interesting. Why does this mistake, talking more than listening, make people instantly switch off? The answer lies deep in human psychology. Psychologists and thinkers have studied this for years. William James, often called the father of American psychology, once said that the deepest principle of human nature is the craving to be appreciated. Later, communication experts and researchers proved that people feel this appreciation most strongly when someone listens to them with full attention. Even Dale Carnegie, in his classic teachings on influence, explained that being a good listener makes you instantly more likable than being a good talker. Why? Because when people are heard, their brain releases a sense of reward, almost like a mental pat on the back. On the flip side, when you interrupt or shift the focus back to yourself, the other person's brain interprets it as rejection. It may not be loud or dramatic, but it quietly tells them, what I'm saying doesn't matter here. And once the thought enters, they shut down emotionally, and your words lose their power. So the real insight is this: listening isn't weakness, and it isn't silence. It's one of the strongest tools for influence, connection, and respect. Now that you know the mistake, the big question is, how do you fix it? The good news is, it's not about changing your personality or learning fancy communication tricks. It's about a few small shifts that completely change how people respond to you. 1. Pause before responding. Most people listen just enough to reply, not to understand. Instead, take a short pause after someone finishes speaking. This shows you're thinking about their words, not just waiting for your turn. That tiny pause makes people feel valued. 2. Ask questions instead of rushing to share. If a friend says, I had a rough day at work, resist the urge to jump in with your story. Instead, ask, what happened, or how did that make you feel? This simple habit turns you from a talker into a connector. 3. Mirror emotions, not just words. If someone is excited, show excitement with them. If they're sad, lower your tone and show empathy. People remember how you made them feel more than what you said. 4. Share after listening. Once the other person feels fully heard, then share your story, your idea, or your advice. At that point, they're open and they'll listen, because you listened first. When you practice these steps, conversations stop feeling like battles for attention. Instead, they become real connections, and that's when your words finally start to matter. Here's the bigger truth. Communication is not about winning attention, it's about building connection. Most people think the louder they speak, the smarter they sound, or the faster they reply, the more respect they'll earn. But real influence doesn't come from talking more, it comes from understanding more. Think about the people you admire most, the mentors, leaders, or even close friends who made a difference in your life. Chances are, it wasn't their endless speeches that touched you, it was the way they made you feel seen, valued, and understood. That's the real power of listening. It transforms ordinary conversations into moments of trust. In self-development, there's a powerful idea: what you give to others, you receive back tenfold. If you give people attention, they'll give you respect. If you give people space to be heard, they'll open space for your words. And if you make them feel important, you'll become important in their lives. So, the real shift is not in your voice but in your mindset. Stop seeing conversations as a stage where you must perform, and start seeing them as a bridge where you connect. When you master this, your words will no longer be ignored because they'll be carrying the weight of genuine connection. So here's the question you need to ask yourself. The next time you feel like no one is listening to you, is it really because your words lack value, or is it because you haven't given others the gift of being heard first? Think about it. Every conversation is like a mirror. If you give people attention, they'll reflect it back to you. If you give them respect, they'll respect you in return. But if you take away their chance to speak, they'll take away your chance to be heard. Here's your challenge. Today, in your very next conversation, try this. Don't rush, don't interrupt, don't turn the spotlight to yourself. Instead, lean in, listen fully, and ask one more question than you usually would. Watch carefully what happens. Notice how the other person's body language changes, how their eyes light up, how they suddenly lean closer to you. That's the moment they feel safe with you, and in that safety, your words will finally carry power. So the next time silence falls after you speak, don't assume your voice is weak. Instead, remember this: when you master listening, you master influence. And the real secret is simple: people will want to hear you only after they feel you've heard them.